welcome to part 7 of the Sonic Generations Let's Play. So now that we've completed Crisis City Modern, we still have Crisis City Classic to deal with. And this is by far the hardest stage in the game, well, at least for me, and honestly it was the hardest stage on my first, playthrough. How appropriate that the loading screen is a little bit long, at least they're not as lengthy as the original Sonic 06. But here we are, Classic Crisis City, and I gotta say, my first playthrough, I died so many times, especially at the end, which I won't spoil. But it's really the thought of Classic Sonic going up against Iblis monsters that's just awesome. That's basically anybody's fanfiction. Well, then again, Sonic 06's story was nothing but bad fanfiction. But I don't want to talk about that game's story, especially since how much it fucks up the whole... I don't want to say it. I'll list all my complaints once I get to that game. Not looking forward to do that one alone, so I'm gonna need some guests on the original game. So if anybody's watching this, or at least has Skype, please notify me, so I won't have to do Sonic 06 alone. But I'm honestly, after this game, I'm actually gonna take a 2-game break from Sonic. And I'm gonna do like some other games for the time being. In celebration, I have 2 games that I have planned in mind: Batman Arkham Asylum and not Batman Arkham City, but Arkham Asylum or a Star Wars game. I'm thinking about doing sorry, wow, that was a really bad brain fart on me, but I'll actually do Batman Arkham Asylum. Oh look, it's the tornado. Oh, the fiery tornado, and I love this little jump right here. You can just bypass as that chunk of the level. But here's the goalpost, so it was almost there. So we're almost there. We just gotta make these platforms go up against the wind and troll. That is by far Sonic Team's biggest trolling moment in all of, the franchise. And by the way, that tornado I just passed, make sure the flames die down, because it is possible to actually get yourself caught in it. But the collision detection on that tornado is really wonky. You can actually bypass the tornado harmlessly whenever it's dying down or building up the flames. But the first time I died to that, I was like, did that just happen? And this part can be a little pain, because can be a bit of a pain only because, the platforms are actually the platforms are constantly moving and the wind is blowing in the opposite direction. But Crisis City, I don't mind the level itself in 06, and I don't mind the level here. Good level choice. Just why? Well, granted, I wouldn't want anything from Secret Rings, Black Knight, or yeah. Anyhow, enjoy the cutscene.
I wish I hadn't needed your help, Sonic, but thank you. By the way, you seem to look less spiky.
I love classic Sonic's reaction to that. It's like, oh yeah, you look less spiky. Classic Sonic's pretty much like, bitch please. What, is that not spiky enough for you? I don't know where to go with this. Better get off the subject before... No. Anyhow, we are now moving one game later to 2008. We are moving on to Sonic Unleashed. Well, the level from Sonic Unleashed. We are heading into Rooftop Run. And, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Rooftop Run wasn't my favorite stage in Sonic Unleashed. I honestly would have preferred Adabat. I don't think I do think the stage is fun, but I'm just not a fan. I just wish it was Adabat. Well, then again, I have the Unleashed project for all my, well, Unleashed needs. Thank you, Sonic GMI, and all the Sonic Generations modders out there. But anyway, playing this level, especially after playing too much Unleashed, this level alone threw me off, because I keep think this is the level where I constantly think that the homing attack is on the square button, because in the actual Sonic Unleashed, the homing attack is mapped to its own separate button. I don't know why they did that. And in this game, it's back to the X button. And Sonic 06 was actually homing attacking on the same button. You know, X the homing attack. Heck, this level, nah. I don't think the level's actually bad. In fact, Rooftop Run's actually it's probably my second favorite level. Well, I don't really know how to explain it, but while it is a bit too soon, it is still well designed. It's also a lot shorter than the actual Rooftop Run. And the music is actually updated. And well, pretty good, I must say. It's the updated violins make it pretty rewarding. Well, when you're actually playing through the game, or if you're listening to the soundtrack, which is something I recommend downloading. And I'm not kidding when I say that, because as we are actually nearing the end of Rooftop Run, and this is the ending. This is actually the ending set piece of Rooftop Run in the original. Well, yeah, I'm constantly stuttering here. Also, but I don't remember this blimp being in the original Rooftop Run. If you manage to throw all the robots at that blimp, you can it actually bleeds rings for some reason. I don't know why one of Eggman's machines would be ring powered. But whatever. It's Eggman. And granted, his 300 IQ is, well, a load of shit, but he's Eggman. Don't judge. That's how he usually does his things. Especially the egg dealer from Shadow the Hedgehog. Easily his worst creation yet. Alright, sorry about that little cut right there. I got interrupted. So now we're heading into Rooftop Run Classic. And, honestly, I really don't go back to this level all that much. I don't know why. I just don't go back to it that much. But I died, so I also had to cut there. Then again, I could pretty much say the same for the next classic level that we'll be heading into. Not that I'm not really fond of. But, alright, classic Rooftop Run is basically... I honestly feel it holds enough Marble Zone secrets. In fact, we're heading into an area... you can jump right here and actually get invincibility. It's a nice little reference to the classic games. I don't know why they took them this long to actually do something like that. And we also had these little gondola things where in the classic games, if you stay on them for too long, meaning if they reach the end of their trail, reach the end of the rope, then they'll fall apart. So you pretty much have to time your platforms, and it's not too hard of a challenge. But I also like how there's like a little festival. Like, Rooftop Run actually has a festival treatment. I don't know what they're celebrating exactly. In fact, it's still an unknown. It's still unknown to this day, why, of what they're celebrating. And they had to make a reference to the werehog somewhere because okay, modern Rooftop Run was basically reminiscent to the daytime stage of Spagonia, as this, because the continent is called Spagonia, where the modern was basically reminiscent to the daytime stage, and classic pretty much had to pay homage to the werehog. So we're going to be seeing a little bit of werehog reference. In fact, we're actually going to reach one right here. Here, just push this barrel, and then we just destroy the robots. Pretty satisfying. Oh, and this section right here, I can't help to feel that this section right here was just is completely copy and pasted. Yeah, I shouldn't really be complaining about this, since Rooftop Run does have a lot of set piece. That every stage has its own set piece. But here I can't. But there I just can't help to feel that it felt the most. How should I put it? Copy and paste. It's not a big deal though. It's not a problem that ruins the game for me. It's just a small nitpick. Nothing to worry about. Damn it. I got knocked down and come on. Yeah, that red ring wasn't worth it. Just wasn't. Okay, so and we're actually heading into another reference for the werehog, because in the nighttime stage of Spagonia, you had to use levers just to pretty much manipulate these clock hands and use them as platforming elements. And here you pretty much have to go onto the poles that are attached on the clock itself. I don't know why they would design the clock like that. Head into the center, spin dash in the middle to destroy the actual blimp. And I'm a man, I don't need that spring. I could just spin dash right off, because the spin dash is that powerful in this game. Oh yeah. Although I would get a lot of crap from a lot of speedrunners. I'm not saying that it would happen, but nah. Just thought I'd say that right now. Anyhow, guys, next part we're actually going to be heading into the final level of the game. And we're actually going to head to the next level, so see you guys then.
Thanks, Sonic. You know, I got a hunch someone or something is controlling that monster.